So much, Mr. Chairman. Thanks for holding this very important hearing today. We're grateful for the witnesses. Look, energy storage is the ability, as we know, to retain energy when electricity production is high, and then that energy can be used when electricity production is low. Wind and solar are weather-dependent technologies. If we're going to continue to add these technologies to the grid, energy storage is going to be critical for maintaining electric reliability. It's going to require more affordable and longer duration storage technologies than we have right now. The only current long-duration commercially available solution is pumped storage hydropower. Pumped storage involves pumping water to upper elevations when electricity production is high. The water is then released to produce hydropower when electricity production is low. Depending on the size of the reservoir, pumped storage can provide electricity for up to 16 hours. Today, pumped storage accounts for about 93% of all our utility-scale energy storage in this country. PacifiCorp, who's represented at our hearing today, has proposed 11 new pump storage projects throughout the West. There are also other technologies that show great potential for the near future. One of PacifiCorp's subsidiaries plans to build TerraPower's first natrium reactor in my home state of Wyoming. This is an advanced nuclear reactor that will produce enough electricity to power over 1/3 homes. It will include liquid salt tanks that will be able to store enough energy to produce additional electricity to power more than 150,000 homes for over 5 hours. Now, many utilities are investing in large arrays of lithium-ion batteries, similar to those used in today's electric vehicles. Others are investing in battery technologies with alternative materials. It's important to focus on the resources and efforts on deploying readily available, long-duration storage technologies. It's especially important that we invest in technologies that do not depend on supply chains controlled by our adversaries like Russia, China. So I'm pleased that TerraPower has committed to not use any Russian uranium to fuel its advanced reactor. When it comes to lithium-ion batteries, we're heavily dependent on China. Lithium-ion batteries use large amounts of copper, nickel, lithium, manganese, graphite, and rare earth minerals. And we rely on China for the overwhelming majority of all of these minerals. Focusing on developing pumped storage hydropower and thermal storage solutions like the natrium reactor can help reduce this supply chain risk. Broadening our priorities beyond lithium-ion batteries can also help address costs. According to the World Bank, pumped storage hydropower costs between $106 and $200 per kilowatt hour. This is significantly cheaper than lithium-ion batteries, which cost between $393 and $580 per kilowatt hour. So 70–80% of the cost of lithium-ion battery cell is directly tied to the raw materials. If we don't increase mining and mining processing here in the United States, the cost of these batteries is only going to increase as the demand increases. Since taking office, the Biden administration has only made it more difficult to access American minerals. Last year, it canceled leases for a mine that contains 95% of our nation's nickel, 88% of our nation's cobalt, and 34% of our nation's copper. We can't allow President Biden's hostility to mining to turn energy storage into another part of his made-in-China green energy policy. So I want to thank all the witnesses for joining us today and look forward to your testimony. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.